What is up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Rant Café, episode 29 of Rant Café. How should I say it to be the anime recon style? What is up, anime fans of the world? My name is Anime.
That's not how I do it.
Yes,
I say it like this. How's it going on, fans world? My name's Anime Recon.
Oh,
I
how's
do
it
it like
going?
that with style. You gotta do it with style.
You're right. I didn't have enough style. But welcome,
Episode
everyone.
29.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot.
More than an anime series at this point.
yeah, more than a lot of good anime series. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, welcome, guys. This week we're going to be talking about anime and bullying, which is a bit of a serious topic, but we're still going to try to, be entertaining while we talk about it and also deal with some of the more serious issues surrounding this topic. And the reason we're doing this topic is we had a few people, a few fans on the channel, including Luna in particular, say that they would like this type of topic addressed at Rant Cafe because they deal with it in their own lives. And they think, and we agree, of course, that it's an important issue as huge anime fans, as people who in many ways dedicate our lives to anime in terms of having channels and talking about anime all the time. I feel like it's appropriate for us to address this issue, kind of what we went through in our lives, what you guys are going through in your lives, and so on. And yeah, in the chat, if you had issues with anime and bullying, if you have some views, let us know down, in the chat, and we'll try to address your issues, questions, and concerns. Today with me, we have Briggs from All Day Anime and Anime Recon, and Macklenot should be joining us a little bit later as well. He's at work, but he is going to be coming back, and as soon as he can, he will join us. Briggs, what's up? What's going on, man?
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty surprised. 29 episodes. That's crazy.
Yeah, and you've been here since almost the beginning, like probably the first few weeks, right?
I think I was on second or third episode.
I actually forgot when was the first time I came in. Do you remember?
You were pretty early, I'd say. Like
I don't remember.
not like me. Mac and Rose were here on like the first episode, right? I think you came.
Yeah, well,
in.
the first stream we
Probably.
had was like a non-Rant Cafe stream, and then right after that we did like a Rant Cafe stream, and then Rose and Mac were first because they were our first YouTube friends, and then Bryn, and then Briggs, and then Recon, I think. Oh no, and then Tony, and then Recon.
Yeah, I think I was the last
Was
person.
20 before Recon?
Yeah. I'm
Yes.
pretty sure he was here before me.
Oh, then you were farther than that. Farther than episode 10, that's for sure.
I have no idea when.
Episode 10, best episode? Who knows?
True story. My lighting is absolutely horrible. I apologize, everyone.
It always is, Briggs. We've come to.
I know it is, but normally I try to turn some lights on. I didn't even turn the lights on over there. I was rushing to get in here.
I have the chat up here on a second screen right beside me, so I can look at it, which is sweet. Thank you to Gozen for setting it up. We got Anbu Mob King, Deep Voice, Spooky, Imperialist Opinions, Creep Ellen. Shout out to Creep Ellen, Ryan Fu, Ilya, Person A. Person B might be joining us later, and of course Luna. Luna is in the chat. So yeah, welcome everyone. Get comfortable, get seated. We're gonna be talking about some serious stuff and also some fun stuff. Before we get into everything, Anime Recon, I'll give it to you. Anime Recon has some news that he wants to share with you guys. And by the way, make sure to congratulate both Anime Recon and Briggs for reaching that 10K mark, 10K subscribers, of course.
Yeah.
Congrats, guys. Links to their channel are in the description. And yeah, it's a big milestone. Great work, guys. Great work.
No, your Attack on Titan videos have been going off. Like, they're really good. And you guys have just been pumping out. You guys have really been hitting that YouTube grind. Weren't you guys at like 12K like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. Gozen and I have been really, working hard. Gozen especially is taking the initiative on these Attack on Titan videos since he finished his school stuff, and he's been doing a great job. And people have really been responding, which is amazing. And yeah, we really like Attack on Titan is an anime we love. We love the whole world. So the fact that we can make videos about that, just like with Code Geass, and people appreciate it, I think is awesome. And yeah, so definitely super grateful. Like, the support has been amazing. I can't even grasp it. But yeah, amazing stuff. Thank you, everyone. And yes, Recon. Now to you.
Yes. First of all, I just want to say thank you for 10,000 subscribers. I don't know if everyone here is actually supporting me or subscribed to my channel, but for 10,000
I know I'm
subscribers. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you are.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Anyways, I just want to say thanks for at least having me on Rant Cafe almost every week, so I can chat with you guys. A great way for us to communicate every week. But other than that, I am actually hosting a top 10 anime competition. Most of you may know that I do reactions and top 10 anime, and I'm really good at top 10s. So I am hosting a competition about top 10s. If you guys are good at this stuff, and by all means necessary, don't hesitate. Come and participate in the competition. The winner actually receives a $30 Amazon gift card where you can buy whatever you want. You can probably buy up to 3 manga, which is good, which is a good amount.
That's a lot of manga.
But if you guys want to participate, I don't know how to send the link in the video because it's not allowed in the video. But if you go on my channel, then you'll find the 10K sub, the 10K video special, whatever, and you watch it. And then over there, you'll find out the rules and everything of what you need to do. And yeah, that's mostly about it.
I also heard that a Briggs might be participating, so
Briggs,
you might want to go check it out.
So the competition, Recon, is they're making the top 10s?
Yep.
Like they're making their own.
It's like a
videos,
top
you have
10
to
in like a
upload it.
music video style.
Yeah, they're making a video. It's just like I do. It's just like I do. It's just like anyone does. Make a video with an anime list, and it needs to have music and editing and all this stuff. It's basically exactly what I do.
He's gonna react to it and judge whatever.
Yeah, and at the end, on the deadline, I'm gonna put them all together and then react and give my opinions and everyone's score, and then of course choose the winner. So that's how it works. It's a lot of fun. So everyone should definitely join if you're interested.
Yeah, absolutely. Sounds like a really cool idea, Recon. I gotta give it to you.
Cyanide actually came up with a plan at first, and I was like, hey, yeah, that's a good idea. So I decided to put it all together into a video, and I'm happy about it.
Yeah, and Cyanide Blizzard, brilliant guy, great guy. He was supposed to join us today, but he couldn't because of some family obligations that came up last minute. But hoping to have him back next week. He's a great guy, and definitely looking forward to that. Recon, it does absolutely do great top 10/AMV videos that I really enjoyed. That I featured multiple times on our weekly news video because I really like them a lot.
Not that much anymore though, which disappoints me.
Well, Recon, you know, you have only so many high school romance videos, you know, switch it up a bit. Give me some mecha top.
But that's what I'm getting recognized for the most. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
no, I know. But you have been featured multiple times because you do a great job. So I absolutely recommend checking out his top 10s. He doesn't like talk about it like some people. Oh, so number 10. He actually makes it a AMV, and he finds some really good songs that I end up like saving and putting in my like playlists. I don't know how he finds them, but I really enjoyed them. So definitely recommending these videos, and I recommend entering the contest so Recon can give you a platform if you're one of those creators of top 10s.
But for me, I personally do not like top 10s with voiceovers. It's just my opinion. I don't like it. It just ruins the entire vibe. I don't know if you're with me, Briggs. Are you with me on this, Briggs? Do you agree?
No, like I very much
Fuck you.
I very much enjoy your videos, but it's not my style. My style is all putting my input into stuff. But
that's fine.
I like this, like your videos kind of get me pumped up for the anime, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I see, like, you put Kenichi in one of them, best thing ever, right?
Yeah,
as number one for martial arts. I completely agree.
You were happy that I put
I was
Kenichi
so happy.
at number one.
And I was watching the montage. It got me pumped up, and I wanted to rewatch the show. And I saw some other shows. I'm like, maybe I'll give it a chance if it's on the same list as Kenichi.
I recommend you with Black God. I've watched Black God.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I haven't watched it yet, but
I haven't seen Black God, but I've seen the beginning of Black Lagoon, and that's
Black Lagoon.
the same.
Oh, Black Lagoon is also good. With
Yeah,
Mexico.
great show.
It's also good.
And the
So,
manga is actually
bullying.
getting a continuation now. The Black Lagoon manga. Yeah, so great idea. Macklenot just joined us recently, guys. Back from work. Hey, Mac, how's it going? Welcome.
Thank you. It's good. Work was great. I read the last 30 minutes of my work shift. It ended up being super dead, so I just read the second chapter of Tokyo Ghoul. It was amazing. Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for having me, dude. Excited to talk about the stuff and the things, both of them.
Same.
Yes, and we're actually talking about a very serious topic, anime bullying. And also shout out to everyone else in the chat. We got Sufyan, we got Gappy, Eagle Eye, Millennium Ring. Not Too Fired Up was in there. And a few other people. Caster for Life is saying things like V2 best waifu. So that's interesting. V2 from Code Geass. You didn't watch Code Geass.
No.
Soul Maka's there. Hey, Soul, what's up, bro? Soul has been busy working on his art, but I still always enjoy talking to him on Discord, of course. And if you're not on our Discord already, what are you doing? Get on there. get on there. It's a link is in the description. So yeah, this whole anime and bullying stuff. Have any of you guys experienced bullying with regards to the fact that you're like anime, that you're a otaku, or anything along those lines? Here and in the chat, same question to you guys.
I only bully people if they like Sword Art Online. I'm kidding.
Are you freaking kidding me? Bringing that up again. You're bringing that up again. I hate it when people talk trash about it. I mean, no offense to anyone, but I just... Come on, it's a good show!
You're cutting out hard for me, brother.
Disrespectful on Kirito, man.
Mac.
Yeah.
Any serious answer?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, I've had people give the whole spiel. It's, like, you're a grown ass man and you watch cartoons, sort of thing. And I think most bullying, whatever you want to call it, or ridicule, comes from people not really knowing what's going on. Like they criticize before they think. Right? Like, at someone's first glance, they see it's animated, they assume it's a cartoon, they assume it's for kids, right? And you're a grown-ass man or a grown-ass woman or grown-ass whatever watching cartoons. And to them, they can't really, they don't comprehend that, right? Like, it doesn't fit into their mindset. So, I mean, I think in my experience, half of the bullying or whatever you want to call it that comes from liking anime is usually just people who don't know what's going on. And then there's people, obviously, who are just messed up and want to see the world burn. That's a whole other story. But yeah, that's my general experience. Just people not knowing what's up. That's not really their fault, right?
Yeah, and that's true. I've experienced that too as I became an anime fan, kind of like wearing an anime shirt or the fact that I have an anime channel or whatever. People are like, man, you're a grown man. Why do you care about these cartoons? And that is a big thing in terms of the whole cartoon stigma. Cartoons are for kids. We have some people in the chat that had some stuff said. Spooky said that in the 7th grade, she was bullied and called Japanese trash. So that's another interesting concept, because the whole weeaboo thing, right? So now if you're like anime, some people who don't know the difference will call you a weeaboo right away, saying that you're pretending to be Japanese because you like anime stuff, or you enjoy talking about Japanese culture or something because you like anime. So that's another reason why people might be bullied nowadays. Imperialist Opinion said something interesting. He said, I haven't really been bullied, but then I also don't really talk about liking anime in public, right? So that's another thing. Some people don't feel comfortable talking about it, and it's because they're afraid they're going to get some kind of weird reaction. So
sometimes. I think sometimes it's also just, I'll do things, for instance, like as a hobby that I don't necessarily go out of my way to tell people, oh, hey, I windsurf or I rollerblade butt naked, things like that. I'm not saying that watching anime and rollerblading butt naked are on the same level. They're not. Rollerblading naked is way more fun, but you get it's my drift. You catch it. I think some people are embarrassed by it. Heck yeah. And like I kind of get why. I kind of don't, but I think it's kind of like half and half. Sometimes you just don't. Sometimes you just don't.
Yeah, and I don't know where you are allowed to rollerblade butt naked, Mike. Mac.
Hey, I grew up in the middle of nowhere. You can do whatever you want. There's nobody around.
It's true, man. But do you, man? Do you? I don't personally. I don't want to see the anime made for your butt naked rollerblading. Although I wouldn't be surprised if it was, with the whole ballroom and Yuri stuff going on. But to each his own. Luna said multiple times, and I've talked to her about this, and this was actually because of her that I decided to do this topic, because she told me multiple times that she lives in a very small town in a conservative area, and she has been bullied a lot and called like Satan and all this kind of stuff for liking anime, because the people there don't understand it, and it's a very closed community, and they don't know about anime, so they think they see like ecchi or something, and they think this is clearly corrupted and wrong and a terrible influence, and Satan and all that kind of stuff. So she's had issues with that. Sol Maka asked an interesting question. He's like, do people who like Marvel and DC, like comic books, do they also get hate? Because he says he's never gotten hate because he thinks he's so cool. But he's pretty cool.
Marvel is related to anime.
But the thing is, before, I feel a lot of people who did like, comic books were considered nerds, and that was a way people did pick on them for that. However, now with Marvel and DC being so popular with the movies, right, like the Marvel movies, especially the superhero movies taking off, it's been it's become much more mainstream and accepted. I like those movies, I like those heroes, so why wouldn't I like the comic books? So now I feel like there's less hate for that because a lot more people understand it. Like, because when you understand something, then you're not as quick to hate on it.
Right.
So yeah, I think that that's changed a bit. But I think that, yeah, before a lot of people were like, oh, you're a comic book nerd kind of thing.
And hopefully anime could get to that point eventually, right?
And I think it's already kind of on the way there. It's obviously
really
not
is.
there because we're talking about it right now, but like I think it's getting, because it depends on like what's trending, right? Like superheroes used to not be cool. All of a sudden movies started getting made, they became popular. It's cool to like superheroes. Same sort of things kind of happening with anime. Like I see, not posers, I don't like calling people posers, but you see people like sometimes, like I met a dude once who was wearing what was it? It was some anime. I forget what. It might have been a Sword Art Online shirt. I want to maybe say it was a Sword Art Online shirt. It just looked cool, so we wore it. Like I asked him, "Oh, cool. Like, do you like the show and stuff?" He said he didn't even know what it was. So I mean, that was that.
Wow.
He wears a shirt and doesn't even know what the fuck the anime is. Wow. Okay.
Nope. I don't even think he watched it.
That's an interesting point. It's kind of like that art style is becoming more accepted. So I feel like it's a good sign. And of course, the fact that the Olympic Games in Tokyo are going to have anime characters as mascots is a big thing. The fact that Cowboy Bebop is getting an American live action series, Death Note is getting an adaptation, Ghost in the Shell got an adaptation, even though we don't necessarily like those adaptations, it still is a sign that anime is becoming more mainstream. And the anime community on YouTube has grown a lot. Like, you now have anime YouTubers with over 1 million subscribers. A few years ago, that would have been impossible. So I feel like definitely it's getting more mainstream, so it's getting better. But for example, for Luna's situation, she's in a very small community of only a few hundred people. And then that is going to be a much different situation than if you're like in New York or like a big city, right?
Now here's the question though, that people do genuinely get treated differently around the world. Let's say like in America or in the UK compared to Japan, because in Japan the anime industry is huge. So if you like go out there in public and start talking about anime, you are more likely not to get bullied because it's very well known out there. People know exactly what it is. And you go to Tokyo, Akihabara, you're going to see anime like everywhere being advertised on the fucking buildings, shops, everywhere. And when you go to school and you talk about anime, you can spread out information, just say what you like about anime. But in the US, people, they don't know about it. Even here in the UK, they don't know about it. Not many people are really interested in anime, so when you start talking about it, they will think that you're a weeaboo. For myself, I have been bullied for actually wearing an SAO shirt. Yes, that is true. I was bullied.
And not by Macklenot.
No, not by Macklenot. I was actually bullied for wearing an SAO shirt, and people some people were telling me like, "What is that? Is that a cartoon? Do you like cartoon? You're such a weeaboo." And I by a mistake, I actually also told people what I was watching currently. At that time, I was actually watching High School DxD for the first time ever. And I decided to show them a picture of what I was watching. And I showed them a picture of Rias Gremory, and they were disgusted by what they saw. So yeah, I was bullied for a while, but that was let off. But if you genuinely do want to talk about anime in the US or in the UK, go to events. Go to events like, I don't know, Comic Cons and all this stuff. Over there, you can talk to anyone about anime if you want.
Yeah, except of course, if you live like somewhere in the middle of nowhere like Mac and you can't make it there, then that's the thing. Like if you live in a small community, closed community, especially. And this is bullying in general an issue, not just with anime, but it's like if you're in high school or elementary school, you have to be around people you don't necessarily like all the time. Like you're forced every day to be around these people until you become, independent, you're out of high school. And then, so you have to be with these people and they'll bully you. And that's it might happen for anime, it might happen for a whole bunch of different things because kids in school get like that. They get very cliquey, they get very... why does this freaking focus keep shifting? But like the color of my camera keeps changing. But
it's not that disturbing, don't worry.
Yeah, but the thing is that then you have to kind of get through that part because you don't have a choice. You have to, in high school, in elementary school, you have to be there every day. So you have to kind of deal with it because it's not, you can't just kind of like take yourself out of the situation. And by the way, shout out to Girl Bro in the chat. I see her. Also, Anime Life says he'll be 23 tomorrow. Happy early birthday, bro. And he says that he would call himself a grown man, but he's proud that he can talk about anime when he wants. And he doesn't care what people say as long as he enjoys it himself. And absolutely, I agree with that 100%. You're more affected by bullying in terms of people looking down on you if you don't have confidence, if you're trying to like please other people all the time. If you have the confidence and you know this is what I like, this is what I want to do, then you won't be affected by it. Of course, it's different. Again, like I said, if you're in school and you can't get away from these people. But once you're out of school and you can live your own life, and if you have the confidence, then you won't let it bother you that that people are looking down on you, stuff like that. Briggs, I want to ask you if you ever got bullied. I don't think you did because you're jacked. But
you completely cut out, man. What did you say?
I said I don't know if you ever got bullied because you're jacked, but if you did, let us know.
I've definitely been like teased. It's more like I feel like it's always in good fun from like family and friends type of thing, and like I just go with it like in fun. I've gotten a few comments, I'm sure, in end of high school, but I feel like I just didn't care at that point. I would classify myself when I was younger as like a closet anime fan, and wouldn't talk about it because I was always worried about what people would think. But then as I got older, it became like a part of who I am. Like I watched so much anime, buy merchandise, have a YouTube channel. Like your life starts to revolve around it. It just didn't feel right to start to hide it, type of thing. And I just I had more confidence when I was like grade 11, grade 12 type of thing. I didn't care. I cosplayed as Goku, and I don't know. I feel like I just didn't care, and I was in a point in my life where like I feel like I did get a few comments, but I don't know. This doesn't bother me, to be honest.
Where did you cosplay as Goku at school?
In high school.
Wow.
A lot of people loved it because they recognized like Dragon Ball Z from their childhood. Like more people recognized me than like my girlfriend with like a doll or whatever, and people were like, "What are you?" And then like people were like, "Yeah, Goku."
Yeah, and that's a great point, Briggs. That when you eventually, when you get older, I find you have more confidence because you know who you are more. You have more confidence in yourself, and then it doesn't bother you as much. But like, yeah, when you're at that vulnerable stage in elementary school, high school, where you're trying to fit in and make friends and stuff, then it's a very hard situation when you're being bullied constantly for something you're passionate about because you want to fit in, you want to have friends, but you also don't want to give up your passions and you don't want to hide, what you love to do. So that is, I think, a difficult situation. And me personally, I never got bullied because of anime because I wasn't that into anime, in elementary school and high school. It's only later that I realized how great anime was. But when I was younger, I moved around a lot because we were, in the former Yugoslavia. There was a civil war, so we moved around there. Then we moved to Canada. And because I was the new guy, I sometimes got bullied, at least at first, for being the new guy. And I find that it's basically with bullying, it's like whatever makes you different, sets you apart, is what people pick on. Because why do bullies bully? It's because they want to look cool in front of others. So they find something that makes someone else different from them and the others. So in order to make them closer to those others and make them seem cooler in their eyes, they pick on that one difference that they see. In this case, anime is one example of that, but it could be that you're the new guy. It could be that, you don't speak English as well or something like that. And then people pick on you for that. So I think that in terms of like a small town, especially where anime is not well known and it's not mainstream yet, you can definitely see that becoming like a big thing where it's like, oh, we don't like anime. We don't know what that is. And this person likes it. Let's pick on them. And that way we look cooler to each other by having an enemy that we all, fight against. There's us and then there's that person, the outsider.
Sure. I definitely agree.
I agree with that one.
The outsider. That sounds way cooler than it is. The outsider.
It always just tends to be the new kid that gets bullied every time when you come to school.
I never thought about it that way, like the difference, and like someone from a point of like insecurity will use that to like put themselves higher and like put themselves with everyone else because you're the odd person out for whatever trait it is, type of thing. I never thought of it from that perspective. Makes a lot of sense.
Usually when you're the new kid, people tend to test you out. People like test you out, see how you're like, what you do and all this stuff. They ask you sort of questions and all this stuff. And if they think that you're weird, then yeah, they will start to pick on you from now on. It always tends to be the new guys. Which really
and it's almost like in some ways, like as the new guy, you're not sure how to react because like, should I stand up and like get in a fight with these people to prove that I'm not weak, or should I try to like win their friendship by being nice? Like you don't know, right? So it is definitely hard for that person. Some people in the chat are saying that they like Ruby even though it's not an anime. Like, I'm not saying you should bully those people, but
I'm not saying you should bully Ruby fans, but no. I thought Ruby was cool. I haven't finished it, obviously, like every other show that I've ever started ever. But from what I saw, it was pretty cool. I dug it.
I very much enjoyed the first season.
Oh yeah,
it's very fast. You can just watch it on YouTube in like one sitting.
Animac, did you get a boob mouse pad from the Anime North? I'm pretty sure you bought one.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
See it.
Now it's time for us to be bullied, isn't it?
I'm not bullying you. Just let me see it. You know I have one. I've showed it plenty of times on camera.
Me too.
Yeah.
There she is.
Good choice.
Yes.
Yes.
There was some far more provocative ones, like the booty mouse pads.
Nah, I don't like booty's not for me really. I like the booby mouse pad.
I would have fucked with the booty mouse pad.
Booty, man. I love booty, but I was like, this is like you cannot have anyone at your house and show this. Like this is just gonna like.
This is too much.
Man, there was some amazing Chopper from One Piece butt mouse pads, and I almost bought one. I didn't buy one because I felt like I'd be entering the poser realm, but I actually ran out of time before I could get a mouse pad, and so I like didn't get a mouse pad. I'm kind of bummed about it.
Okay, how about this question? Let's say if you have
Amazon's your best friend, man. If you need it for like a vlog or a skit.
I'll just get it and say that I got it at Anime North, so I can have it in my hall and everything. Like, yeah, I got this at convention, not Amazon.com.
This stream won't be live on YouTube.
Now, did you guys have an anime room while you were still in high school? And did you like probably maybe invite your friends over, and for the first time they see your room and they start thinking you're weird? Did you ever have that? Let's say you, Briggs, you have an anime room, you got posters all around you. Did you have that in time of high school?
Not at that time. Yo, I got a hella look. I brought someone up to my room, a female up to my room, and sees all the posters and stuff. It was a good sight to see. That was very enjoyable.
Yeah, and it's
my room is very like childish. Even not anime being childish, just like a lot of things everywhere. It's like my room didn't grow up because like I'm not in it that often.
My room, you probably many people have already seen. I have posters and fucking about maybe 12 figurines of characters from my favorite shows and shit like that.
And 13 body pillows.
No, I have one. I'd love to buy more, actually. Like, I could just line them all up and then jump on top. And I was like, yes, I'm the harem king! Oh, that would be amazing. That'd actually be a really good skit video, no doubt.
It would be like, to me, it would be more amazing if it was a real harem, but I mean, whatever you like. Mac got an interesting body pillow actually at Anime North, believe it or not.
Ooh. Who is it?
I don't know, Mac. Are you going to be revealing it yourself?
Reveal it. Is it Rem?
I'm not saying
a video, because if you're going to be revealing in a video, we're not going to say anything.
Oh, I am. Yeah, kind of.
You guys already know I have a Reus one. I've shared it already.
Please, you guys. Look out for the Mac reveal on the body pillow that he bought. He did buy an actual body pillow. I saw it with my own eyes.
Be prepared.
It's gonna be in a nice little skit too. I don't know when that's coming out, but
anticipation. What could it be? When?
I'm pretty sure it's Rem.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not Rem, but it's also not Holo the Wise Wolf, which was an option. Is an option. I don't know.
Did you just buy a blank? If it was that individual, was it just a blank pillow? I'm not sure.
Like a blank pillow.
A blue Rem?
Like a different normal body pillow, right? Like
what's a Rem? Reem?
I try not to say it, but it's too hard to describe.
No,
I'm pretty
but yeah, if you got a holo one, then you know that Chibi Reviews is gonna break into your house and try to murder you and take it from you. Just warning. By the way, not too fired up said at school he goes to the computer room to watch Anime Uproar's awesome videos, and then people call him a fucking weeb and flicked him in the head. What not to? Don't worry, we'll get them.
Bruh, I'll come out then with a nice little Kamehameha.
Yeah, bro. Don't worry. As the community grows, we're gonna form our own defense squads all over the world.
The Shinpaku Alliance has got your back.
Are we making militias right now?
No,
Is that what's
we're not a
happening?
cult. We're not a cult.
Because
I am
like
absolutely a cult. The world's fucked.
the
We're
Briggs cult.
going to form a committee for public safety. History buffs will know what I mean.
Well, that's a good idea, Animac. You should make a body pillow about yourself.
A body pillow
No.
myself.
Yeah, basically just put like the camera somewhere and just lie
I'll
in
delete my
bed,
channel.
do like a pose or something, take a picture, send it to a company, and they'll do officially a body pillow just for you.
Add it back
then
on one
you-
side and goes on the other.
Recon,
then
I'm
you-
flattered that you find me that attractive and you think that
No, I don't. Fuck
a
you.
body pillow of me would be a big selling item, but I don't think that's the direction I want to take.
I mean, don't you have a bunch of fangirls? I'm pretty sure you do.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't want to be objectified like that, bro. I want them to
He's
love me.
not a slab of meat that you can just objectify. He's a strong, independent man who don't need no fangirls.
Yeah, like I want them to love me for my art and not my sexy, sexy body.
Two sexies. Two sexy.
A Boku no Pico body pillow. No, thank you.
All right, it's been a slice. I'm out. It's been. We'll see you next week. Cool. Woo.
Yeah, Mac has a new rule. Someone says Boku no Pico, he's out of here. He's done.
Really? Everybody though calls me Recon no Pico, so yeah.
Yeah, Recon no Pico, you can't have Boku no Pico not mentioned at some point when Recon is here. Even when he's not here, people are like, "Where's Recon no Pico?" So there's no escape. Best show of the season is definitely Boku no Pico Academia, though.
I agree.
Yeah, that's a good one. Boku no Pico Academia. Yeah.
11 out of 10 would recommend. I actually wanted to tie into what you guys were saying about, like, I completely agree. I think all you guys touched upon it a little bit about, like, is people just don't have a good understanding of what anime is. And you guys were all talking, like, people seeing it as cartoons, which is extremely true. Because most people's only representation is, like, Pokemon and stuff like that. But also, like, the media, it's either, like, one extreme or the other. Because they all, like, media only really cares about views and stuff like that. So it's either, like, children's cartoons or, like, pedophilia, fucked up shit. And not saying that both don't exist, just like everything in between exists as well. And there's thousands of series that are amazing, like series that stand like Death Note, Fate Stay Night, Fate Zero type of thing. Like I feel like no one would ever make fun of someone for watching like Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones, and that's like series that like are in similar tones and maturity of those type of shows in anime. Like, just people have a horrible representation of what anime is, and a lot of it's because of the media or their only exposure is like Pokemon.
Yeah, and like that's the one thing that I was thinking when they said Cowboy Bebop would be becoming an American TV series. On the one hand, you're thinking, oh crap, another adaptation. But on the other hand, I'm thinking of shows like Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, House of Cards, all shows I really enjoy. And I'm thinking, like, what if they actually did a good job with a Cowboy Bebop show? Like, what if, like, that would be amazing if they could do a show like that becomes iconic, and they're like, and then, imagine a show like Cowboy Bebop becoming iconic in the West, like Game of Thrones, and you're like, oh, by the way, this is based on an anime. And like, and it's like a respected award-winning show. Like, that would mean a lot for the anime community.
Now I'm
Yeah,
just
that'd be
imagining if
absolutely
Game of
amazing.
Thrones was an anime. How great that would be. Oh man.
Do it.
Girl, bro,
I need a-
no body pillows. I'm not that desperate for money yet. So no body pillows as of right now.
Yet.
Yet.
Keyword.
Yet, yeah.
By the way, another thing that I want to talk about is, do you guys think there's a way to avoid being bullied for liking anime? Any strategies to deal with bullies if you can't avoid them because let's say you have to be at school with them all the time?
Fight back.
You can. I mean, I'm probably not the best giver of advice for this because I was homeschooled in literally the middle of nowhere all through my school. So I don't even know.
I've got some advice. If you literally get bullied, then you got no choice. If it's gonna keep on going, you're just gonna have to punch the guy. Just teach him a
I have some
lesson.
better advice.
It's like, if you hate anime, don't mess with anime. Like, don't mess with it. Just fuck you. Just give him like a smack on the face.
That's so
See,
funny
better than
though.
that.
That's so funny. Imagine if anime fans became that militant, then it's like they become like gangs. So in like any school, it's like, yo, that's the that's the crazy gang. That's the drug dealers, and that's the anime gang. It's like they're the craziest, man. You say one thing about anime, they wait for you after school. 12 of them. They wait for you with
Holy
that.
shit.
They got like Naruto.
Never look at the
knives.
kawaii gang the wrong
They
way.
got samurai
kawaii
swords that
gang.
just attack you, man. You're like you don't mess with the anime fans, dude.
You're gonna lose a limb, brother.
I think.
So I'll just say, go ahead.
Oh no, go for it.
I was just saying, like, Anime Recon was saying, like, punch the guy in the face. Even better than that, get involved in school, like in high school a lot, like do a lot of sports, work out. Like I worked out a lot, and like you don't need to be actually strong. Just have the guns for show, right?
You just
Like,
you're just saying
must-
to look tough.
I feel like
What if he's not afraid of you if you look tough?
it's almost self-confidence too. But like I found a lot of people that got bullied in my high school were people that like were very just kept to themselves and had no involvement in school and didn't have like a group of friends. I feel like if you become the type of person who gets involved and has like a big group of friends, it's like you don't care what other people think because all you care about is what your friends think type of thing, and you have people to rely on in those type of like tough situations.
Yeah,
And like I
that's
said, a
true.
lot of it comes down to self-confidence. Go ahead, Adamak.
Yeah, that's true. If you have a lot of like a good circle of friends to support you, then that is of course a huge benefit. But the problem is, what if you're the new guy, as we mentioned, and what if you can't find that supportive circle of friends? That's when the difficulty arises. Like, of course, one way to avoid anime bullying is to hide the fact you're an anime fan. So, like Imperialist Opinions mentioned in the chat, he doesn't really talk about it in public. He enjoys it at home or with friends who he knows like it. And then he doesn't get bothered because of that. But then some people really want to actually express themselves through their love of anime. And then that's where they come into conflict with people who just want to bully them. So yeah, there's no easy solution to this, right? Because sometimes, with bullying, it's a huge issue. And sometimes you don't feel safe going to the teacher because then you might get bullied more for being a tattletale. Sometimes you can just hide that you're into it, but then
Don't be a teacher's pet.
Yeah, sometimes you can hide you can into, sometimes you can or you don't want to because you want to be a part of your life. So it is a difficult question. So yeah, and yeah, you can say, especially with guys, we're like, well, knock them out, bro, knock them out. But like, there's also girls who get bullied, like Luna, where it's like, how do you with girls, they don't just knock each other out. That doesn't solve the problem. So it is, it is a difficult issue. But I'm definitely open to advice from either any of you guys or anybody in the chat in terms of this type of stuff. And again, it gets a lot easier once you're out of high school because, again, even if you're in university, you choose the classes you take. You don't have to be around the same people all the time. So it's much different. But while you're in elementary school and high school, you definitely kind of are stuck there with certain people every day. And that is the most difficult part, I think, until you get out of that environment, if you're being bullied.
Yeah, because after high school is great because you only surround yourself with people that you want to be surrounded with, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my only advice to like the new kid type of thing is to get involved. I feel like try to not be that new kid for like try to like close that gap as fast as possible. Like join clubs, join teams, try your best to make like it's hard. It's a very tough situation. I would just recommend getting involved. Like I said before, I feel like a lot of people that I knew were just like kind of like outcast, like you said before, the person who's different, the person who's the outcast. I feel like trying to like joining clubs and stuff and teams, getting involved in school would definitely help with that.
Yeah, I think it would be cool. Actually, people are like, "Oh man, I want my freedom," but in Japan, they're forced in high school to join a club.
Oh,
I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, and I think that would be very cool if you were like, you could choose which club, but you had to join a club. because you would be forced to come up with like a group of friends that share a similar interest, and I feel like that would be a really good way to bond with people, to meet friends, and so like having like that kind of thing, like being part of one club at least or something like that as part of your schooling, that would be, I think, a cool thing.
My best memories from high school are teams and clubs.
Yeah, because you build that kind of camaraderie, right? Too Spooky, shout out to him in the chat. He says it's pretty simple. You just scream as loud as you can. Either A, they get confused and leave, or B, you go Super Saiyan. So it's a win-win situation.
It's over 9,000.
Yeah, imagine someone's like, "Hey, you loser!" You like, and just go. Ah! You would get pretty freaked out if you're the bully. You're like, "What the fuck?"
Like, fuck. This guy's on some shit right now.
And shout out to Jiro the Hero. He says #Rant Gang.
Yeah.
So guys, we're not forming a militia, guys.
I am.
My bullying was all in the past, and I'm happy I completed high school, and I'm currently in college, and I'm almost actually done with college in about a week, and I'm done in summer, and then I'm heading off to uni. So to be honest, I'm pretty sure many of the fans here of Animac are still in school and all this stuff. If you're experiencing bullying, trust me, that will all change, because as I was like in my life during college, for the 2 years in college, I did express myself that I do like anime, and it was amazing. Like people didn't mind that I like anime. People actually just went on. I had made a lot of friends in college, and I was pretty happy. They knew I liked anime. That some of them actually know that I have a YouTube channel, so they don't mind. They watched me, they supported me, and I was really, really freaking happy that I found a place that I enjoy a lot.
That's awesome, dude. That's another thing. People are more mature, and sorry, I keep on cutting you off, Adamac.
No problem. There's probably a delay or something. So go ahead.
It's so hard. I'm just saying people are more mature afterwards as well. High school is like a difficult time for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and I think that is an important point that you raise. Again, after you get out of high school, it's much easier, and you can kind of determine your life more. And that way you can choose who you hang out with and all that type of stuff. It's also different. Like, I feel like in some schools now, even in high schools, I definitely know at universities, but even in high school, you have like anime clubs and stuff in areas where, let's say there's a lot of, it's a diverse community, like a big city like Toronto or LA or New York, and there's like diverse people there and diverse interests. You will definitely find an anime club. And so like in some people might be anime fans that have a great high school experience, but then if you're like in a small town and nobody knows about anime and they just look at it with suspicion, then you're like, oh man, this is an issue. And Anbu actually asked an interesting thing. He said, what about when anime fans are themselves the bullies? And he talks about the mangaka of Tokyo Ghoul being attacked for not making his main character gay. And I think, like, you can't say that that's anime fans. Like, you have crazy people everywhere in every community. And those are just crazy people. They're not like, they're just like, it's like a small segment of crazy people that are just, I don't even know if they're anime fans or they're just specifically fans of that one anime or manga or whatever. But yeah, like that's, if you're a fan of a mangaka, if an actual fan, like you like his work and you respect him for giving you, all this stuff, why in the world would you be, say things to him like kill yourself and stuff? Like, that's not a true fan. That's someone who's just like very selfish and very ungrateful. So I feel like in that sense, yeah, you're going to find those types of people, but you're going to find them in every community, not just anime. I don't think the anime community is any more toxic than any other. It's just that we have certain segments of people who are reasonable and certain who are not, right?
Mm-hmm.
By the way, drop a like if you support our anime defense force, as
You're a great guild. Anna, do you think we should start a guild called the Anime Self-Defense Force?
Call it a guild because it just sounds nerdy. It doesn't sound dangerous.
It sounds better than militia.
Okay, how about military? Let's create a military called the Anime Self-Defense Force and just go trash on people who hate anime and just, what do you think we should do to them?
Tell them they smell bad. That'll get them.
I think we should torture them. People who talk trash about anime deserve to be tortured in the torture chamber.
Yeah, a few people are talking in the chat. Interesting. They're saying that like some people are saying that they actually got people who disliked anime, like their friends or people they didn't know, to like anime after they exposed them to it. And that's a very interesting concept, because I know that personally I was skeptical of anime until I saw Death Note, and I was like, dude, this is not a children's show. This is amazing. Like just like someone watching Game of Thrones or something, you're like, this is this type of quality, complexity. But the thing is that, yeah, it's like depends how open-minded the people are, because if someone is open-minded enough to watch Death Note or some other show you love and ends up liking it, then that's amazing. But unfortunately, not everyone is that open-minded. They won't actually give you the opportunity to change their mind because they're completely closed-minded, completely ignorant. And it's those kinds of people that become, the worst type of bully.
So many people are doing hashtags right now.
Yeah,
Anime Defense Force.
Including yourself.
What? Where?
Recon Anime Defense Force in capital letters.
Where did I post it?
Yeah, I know. I actually decided, you know what? Okay, let's get this trend going. Hashtag Anime Self-Defense Force in the chat.
Anime Defense Force has nothing on the Shrimpoku Alliance. Just letting you guys
Oh yeah, we'll see, Briggs. We'll see.
We're not against you, Briggs. We're together on this.
Yeah, you're part of the
It's true.
defense
It's
force.
true.
You're part of the defense
Yes.
force, so don't
You guys
take
can be like a lower, you can be a lower right group in the Shrimpoku Alliance, the Anime Defense Force.
Briggs, you and Bruno are crucial, enforcers.
It's true. We are part of the Anime Uproar squad. I
Yeah,
should have worn my t-shirt. I'm so upset.
By the way, Anbu is saying join our Discord to join our quest for world domination, and yes, you can do that. Link is in the description. He also posted the link in the chat. And another thing is, like, if you're really finding, in my opinion, again, I'm not a expert on these things. I can just tell you what I kind of think. So don't take what I say 100% as law. But my thinking is, if you really are surrounded by toxic bullies that you can't avoid, and they're not open-minded and they don't want to give you the time of day, what you can do is, again, keep your love for anime to yourself, and then find communities online like this one where you can share and discuss it and be a part of it. And then when you're out of high school and you don't have to deal with these same people over and over again, then you can kind of seek out people who share your interests and express it more. And I feel bad saying don't express yourself in high school and stuff like that. And I think everyone should if they can. But again, I don't want to tell anyone to go and provoke people who are clearly ignorant and clearly out of their minds into like hurting them, right? So you have to really make the decision. If you feel like it's really toxic and you really could be harmed by these people if you're trying to push it on them, then maybe the best strategy would be to kind of like do it yourself, keep it to yourself, have an online community where you can get the support, and then later when you have more independence in life, to kind of go your own way. But that's just my thinking. Again, I don't know what you guys think about that.
I think that's a good point. Like, if you're already being bullied, I wouldn't bring up something that's so what's called not like people, like something like anime that people aren't educated about. It's like, if you're already getting bullied, why would you give people a reason or something to bully you for on top of it?
I mean, if you keep on constantly getting bullied, you don't really necessarily have to tell the teacher, like, teacher, these kids are bullying me because I like anime. Like, don't do that. Don't be a teacher's pet. I mean, it will look embarrassing if you actually tell the teacher.
It all depends on the extent, right? Like, if you're getting like physically bullied, I would say go to someone, right?
Yeah.
But if it's like verbal teasing, obviously everyone like takes things differently. But I wouldn't recommend it personally, like going to a teacher for something like that.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
what I say, if you keep on getting bullied, just keep your distance away from those bullies. Don't come in contact with them. Don't make eye contact. You don't have to do anything to do with them. Just keep your distance away. But if they do probably say stuff to you like you're a weebo, just inside you, just feel good about it. Like, yes, I'm a weebo. I like anime. Just feel good about it. You don't have to get it to you. Don't let it get to you. Just feel good about it. Like, yes, I'm a weebo. I like anime. I don't give a shit what people say. Like, So feel good. That's all you need to do.
Self-confidence, right?
Yeah, just be confident. You don't let things get to you. That's all you need to do.
It's tougher.
And again, it depends, because sometimes when we think of bully, we think of a reasonable person who's just being, teasing us, and then it's like, oh, watch this anime. They're like, oh, okay, and then like, oh yeah, I like that. But it could really be like a really, violent, like ignorant, closed-minded person. So we have to allow for those differences as well and kind of adjust accordingly. But yeah, if you find someone's really toxic, the best thing is to avoid them as much as possible, and just to kind of then when you're out of that situation, then to kind of be yourself there. But however, be careful. Obviously, if you're being physically abused or anything like that, then go to someone, whether parents or school authorities or even cops. Like, of course, don't let someone physically abuse you and get away with it, because you never know, that stuff could just get worse and worse. These people are clearly unstable. There's something wrong with them, not you. So you might have to like do something about that. Suko Shikaze said something interesting. He says that one of the problems is when you actually meet real anime fans in real life, sometimes they tend to be really shy in real life and wallflowers, whereas online they might be outgoing. And I've noticed this, I think that, when you go to anime conventions or stuff like that, you do notice a lot of people are actually shy in real life. They're not as outgoing as they are on the internet. I personally don't have that problem, because I'm not shy. I'm always kind of outgoing. I enjoy talking to people, debating people. If I don't debate them about anime, I'll debate them about politics or history or something else, right? However, I did notice that. So any thoughts that you guys might have on that issue?
Stay inside forever. Never go outside. Don't make any friends, and you'll never have any bullies.
I don't think you should stay inside in your freaking room forever.
I mean,
That's pretty much
it's always-
antisocial. It's pretty much antisocial if you don't go out, though. You need to go out.
That's as antisocial as it gets.
Nah.
Sounds
I'm
pretty
pretty
good
sure
to
none
be
of us.
outside.
I'm pretty sure none of us here is antisocial. We all go out. We all go out and do daily
We're
stuff.
all YouTubers. So I feel like we have to be like outgoing to a certain extent, right? So we're not the best examples, but there are a lot of shy anime fans out there, and that's just who they are, right? It's hard to break people out of their shell, especially if they're not willing to. I wouldn't overly try to, but just accept them for who they are. There are a lot of outgoing anime fans as well, because it's such a big community. Like you said, there's some toxic fans, shy fans, outgoing fans. You just gotta go online, find the right people, go to conventions.
But unfortunately, guys, I think I'm all out of time. At least for me.
Time.
Yeah, well, actually, we're about winding it down, I think, as well. So, Recon, you can say kind of who you are and what you do before you head off, because it is getting late at Recon's house, and it is a weekday tomorrow.
That is correct. And I do have college tomorrow, so yeah. Sad times for everyone, and probably all of us have school and stuff. But anyways, my name is Emmy Recon, and I run the.
Did he just disappear?
I don't know.
Also just left.
I run the Recon. Recon, bro.
It was a sad day when we lost Recon no Pico.
Rest in peace.
People cried, people died, and people.
Why is
did
it raining?
things that rhyme. Rest in peace.
Yeah, so that was weird, Recon, but we still love you, bro. Hopefully you're okay. Spooky says, honestly, though, my experience, the best way to deal with any bully is to just ignore them, or don't let them don't let whatever they say get to you. Yeah, that's a huge thing. Like, try not to let what bullies say. If it's just verbal kind of bullying, just kind of teasing, don't let that get to you, because like I said, the people who are bullies, being bullies says more about them than it does about you. The fact that they need to put someone down to feel good about themselves or to impress others means that there's something wrong with them, not you. So don't take it personally. Think of it as that's actually a sign that they have problems, not you. Obviously, if it's getting physical and stuff like that, then it is a problem you have to address and get some help. But yeah, usually if someone's just teasing you and stuff like that, don't let it get to you, because if you let it get to you, they win, because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get a reaction out of you.
Yeah, don't give them the satisfaction of like getting that reaction, right? I think that was a great point by Too Spooky.
Remember, life gets way, way easier as soon as you stop caring what people think, because then just do you. And if
It's
you just
true.
do you, then the people who like that are going to come to you. Law of attraction, baby. Just do you, man. Just do you.
Man, that was deep, Mac. Thank you. That's why we have you on. Just say funny shit, and then once in a while,
And then one good thing, one decent.
yeah, once in a while you get all Clonat after story on us.
Worth it, man.
My daughter is dead. Spoilers.
Thankfully, no one heard that ear rape, so no one heard what you were.
I'm sorry.
Briggs, any final thoughts on this topic in terms of what you think?
I think we more or less covered like most aspects of it. It's a tough situation.
Yeah, it's like I said, there's no like definitive answer on this, guys, because you have different situations. So you can have a community where, you know, if you live in a bigger place where anime is completely normal, you can have a community that's very closed-minded. You can have a bully that's just kind of like a guy that teases you, whatever, gets bored, leaves. You can have a bully that's incessant and obsessive and violent, right? So there's different situations, and for different situations, you have to act in different ways. But in general, I think that in terms of what you can control, definitely don't let it get to you. Don't let these people affect how you feel about yourself, because I feel that, yeah, like if you do that, they win. And you have to remember that them acting this way just shows that they have issues with them. It's not your fault, it's their fault. So just think of it that way. If anything, you should feel sorry for someone who's a bully, because they have a lot of underlying issues that they're trying to mask with their bully persona. So if you know, if it's just like teasing, stuff like that, don't let it get to you. Stay away from those kind of people, and then find communities of people where you can that actually support you, that are supportive, and so forth. Hopefully you can find some people in your family, your other friends, maybe not from school, but from somewhere else, work, internet, whatever. There's so many different people out there in the world, with so many different interests. You're always going to find someone who agrees with you, who has the same interests. So don't despair. And especially if you're in high school, like we all said, Recon said he's recently out of high school. And as he said, you know, in high school, it's hard. You have to deal with the same people all the time, and often you don't like them. But after that, you have a lot more independence, and things get much better. So don't despair. Mac, tell us what you are and who you do.
I'm Macklenot, and I make sarcastic videos on the internet. And I'm working on a few shenanigans right now, but they've been taking time. I've been super busy. Super busy. But I'll be back regularly shortly. But yeah, it's just a lot of skits, a lot of satire, a lot of half-ass kind of content, good stuff. So if you like that, come check it out. Come check it out. There's some cool new stuff coming in the next few days. I also stream on Twitch, but I haven't done that in like 3 weeks, so that's a normal thing.
Oh, you haven't, eh?
No, been way too busy.
By the way, some people in the chat have been talking to me about whether I should cut my hair. I'm actually growing it out, so if you're rooting for me to cut it, tough, guys. What else was I gonna say? Tom in the chat was saying he doesn't know if bullying is that much of an issue. And again, it depends on the person, because for me, bullying is not that much of an issue. I don't have to deal with it anymore. I did a bit, like I said, but not for anime when I was younger. But for some people, it is, right? And especially if they're still in high school and things like that. So it is a difficult situation for some people. For some people, we don't have to deal with it every day. We have the confidence to not deal with it. But I think it's an important subject to talk about regardless, and kind of share our experiences and maybe help someone in a situation that's difficult. Was there something else and by the way, links in the description for Briggs, for Mac, and for Recon No Pico, who just disappeared randomly. Briggs, tell us who you are and what you do, and tell us how to work out hard enough to be jacked like you, so then we don't have to worry about bullies.
First step, watch my 3 steps to become Super Saiyan video. That's way too old and pretty horrible, but yeah, that's somewhere on my channel.
Saw that. I saw that. It's great. I recommend it.
I am Briggs from the YouTube channel All Day Anime. I make fact videos where it's like this little thing, cool stuff that you wouldn't already know about characters in series. lately I've been doing a lot of explain videos or like a combination of the two. I don't know what my content's become, honestly. But like, it's explaining concepts about anime, like One for All or All for One in My Hero Academia, explained in the Seven Deadly Sins, cool stuff like that. Yeah, that's about it. Luna, don't worry, you are officially a member of the Shinpaku Alliance. Any bullies, they'll get fucked up, you know. Actually, you have been promoted to a captain. It's the highest honor, the highest honor.
Oh, I'm a captain too, so yes.
Yeah, you're on par with Animax. Think about that.
And of course, Luna is in the
Slightly
Discord too, guys. And Briggs and Mac, I would like to see you more in the Discord because you guys are great guys. I know you have a lot of stuff to do, but if you can drop by, let me know. I'll try to be there at the same time. We'll have a little impromptu party because I always like seeing you guys there.
I am down.
Mac, when you're doing that, you gotta say.
Oh, it was in my head. Sorry. Do I have to do it out loud?
No, yeah, please.
Shit. Do I have to do it now, or do I have to do it
Maybe
next
next time.
No, right now.
I'm just gonna leave. Goodbye.
Yes.
And that's the end of the stream, guys.
That's my exit.
Later, Space Cowboys.
Someone better have some clip of that and make it a GIF or something, please. That's beautiful. Even Spiral says, "What's up? Hey, Even Spiral, how's it going?" And Red Yuma is in here. I didn't shout him out before, but I've seen him a few times. And yeah, guys, so we're gonna call it a night now. We have some stuff to do. I may or may not be working on an anime gangsta battle rap. You know, no spoilers. Maybe, maybe not. I keep talking about it for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, so you know, you might or might not have that look forward to it sometime in the future. Thank you again for all the support with the new videos and the channel growing so quickly. That is amazing. Of course, all of you regulars coming to Rant Café and supporting us, that's always such an honor. We love doing this. We do this every week, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursdays. Just a fun place where a bunch of anime YouTubers get together, talk to you about anime, talking with the chat, all that stuff. So if you want to join us, you can come every Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, and the links again to these lovely gentlemen, their channels are in the description. And until next time, guys, see ya, Space Cowboys.
Bang!
Shinpaku, dude.